You ever notice how calm you are until your investment app turns red? Like you're chilling, coffee in hand, feeling responsible, mature, financially evolved. Then boom, market down 4%. Your portfolio looks like it's slipped on a banana peel. Suddenly you're refreshing the app like it owes you money, which technically it does. And here's the weird part. Nothing in your physical environment changed. The sun is still shining. Your neighbor is still arguing loudly about parking. But your brain? Your brain is screaming. This is the Y&D. Sell everything. Buy canned food. That's what we're talking about today. The psychology of investors who stay calm during crashes. Because some people panic. And some people, they sip tea. Like they ordered the crash personally. Let's be honest. Most of us don't fear losing money. We fear feeling stupid. We fear watching numbers drop and thinking, I should have seen this coming. We fear regret. Psychologists call it loss aversion. The pain of losing $100 feels about twice as powerful as the joy of gaining $100. So when the market dips, your brain treats it like a personal betrayal. It's not about logic. It's about survival wiring. Thousands of years ago, if something in your environment dropped suddenly, it probably meant danger. A cliff, a predator, a bad decision involving berries. So your nervous system reacts first. Rational thought shows up 5 minutes late with a clipboard. Now picture two investors during a crash. Investor A opens the app every 12 minutes. Heart racing. Googling, is this the next Great Depression? Reading headlines that use words like bloodbath and meltdown. By day 3, they've convinced themselves society is collapsing. Investor B, calm. Not because they're smarter, not because they have insider information, but because they expected this. That's the difference. Calm investors don't see crashes as interruptions. They see them as part of the script. Volatility isn't a surprise plot twist. It's season 2. Here's what's fascinating. Research in behavioral finance shows that the more frequently people check their portfolios, the more risk-averse they become. It's called myopic loss aversion. When you zoom in too closely, all you see are daily losses. It's like staring at a single pixel and deciding the whole movie is terrible. Calm investors zoom out. They think in decades, not days. They don't treat the market like a mood ring. And let's be real, most panic selling isn't strategy. It's emotional pain relief. Selling during a crash feels productive. It feels like you're doing something, but often you're just locking in fear. Before we dive deeper, if this is helping you, hit like and subscribe. It's free, takes 1 second, and it's how people who are struggling actually find content like this. That's it. Let's continue. Now here's the part nobody talks about. The investors who stay calm have already rehearsed the crash in their heads. They've imagined the worst-case scenario before it happens. So when it does, their brain goes, oh, this again. Think about elite athletes. They visualize pressure before game day. Investors who survive crashes do the same thing. They don't pray for volatility, but they don't pretend it won't show up. Look at history. The market crashed in 2000, again in 2008, again in 2020. Every single time, people said, this time is different. And every single time, eventually it wasn't. In 2008, during the global financial crisis, headlines were apocalyptic. Banks failing, panic everywhere. If you sold at the bottom, you felt safe. If you held on, you felt insane. Fast forward a few years, markets recovered, and then some. Same in 2020. The world shut down. Toilet paper became currency. Markets dropped fast, then rebounded faster than most people emotionally recovered. Calm investors understand something simple but uncomfortable. The market rewards patience, but it tests it violently. There's also identity involved. People who panic often see themselves as reactors. People who stay calm see themselves as owners. Owners think long-term. Traders think minute to minute. And here's where it gets slightly absurd. The same person who can't watch their portfolio drop 10% will happily watch their favorite sports team lose for years and say, we're rebuilding. But your index fund dips? Suddenly you're drafting a resignation letter to capitalism. Calm investors detach their ego from the chart. They don't interpret red candles as a personal insult. They understand that volatility is the price of admission. You don't get long-term growth without short-term discomfort. Psychologically, they've made peace with uncertainty. They don't try to predict every movement. They build systems instead. Automated investing, diversification, clear allocation rules. So when emotion spikes, the system carries the weight. It's like turbulence on a flight. First-time flyer, gripping the seat. Googling, how common are plane crashes mid-air? Frequent flyer? Puts headphones on. Asks for snacks. The turbulence didn't change. Experience did. And let's address the ego fantasy. Everyone believes they'll be calm during a crash. Until it happens. It's easy to say, I'm long-term. It's harder when your account looks like it's been in a bar fight. The investors who truly stay calm aren't emotionless robots. They feel it. They just don't obey it. They understand something powerful. Temporary declines are normal. Permanent losses usually come from permanent decisions made in temporary fear. Read that again. Temporary declines are normal. Permanent losses usually come from permanent decisions made in temporary fear. And here's the mindset shift. Calm investors don't focus on what they're losing today. They focus on what they're buying at a discount for tomorrow. A crash, to them, is not a fire. It's a sale. An uncomfortable, loud, emotionally dramatic sale. Now, I'm not saying ignore risk. I'm not saying close your eyes and chant affirmations while your portfolio does gymnastics. Risk management matters. Diversification matters. Emergency funds matter. But once your plan is set, your job is discipline, not drama. The irony? The market doesn't reward intelligence as much as it rewards temperament. You can have a high IQ and still panic sell at the worst time. Meanwhile, someone average but patient quietly builds wealth. It's less about predicting the storm, more about not jumping off the boat. So next time the market dips and your brain whispers, do something, pause. Ask yourself, is this strategy? Or is this anxiety wearing a business suit? Because the psychology of investors who stay calm during crashes isn't mystical. It's preparation, perspective, and refusing to let a temporary red screen rewrite a decades-long plan. If this resonated, go watch the long-form breakdown in our Investing Psychology playlist right after this. It dives deeper into how to build a crash-proof mindset step by step. Don't let this be motivation you forget tomorrow. Like this video if it helped. Subscribe for more psychology-backed money insights. Share it with someone who checks their portfolio every 7 minutes. And comment below. When the market drops, are you the turbulence panicker or the snack ordering frequent flyer? Stay calm, stay invested, and I'll see you in the next one.